What's up guys, and welcome back to another video. Today's video is obviously another rugby video, and what inspired today's topic was a comment that was given to me on my previous video, and that was talking about captaincy and coaching stuff and what an important factor that is within a rugby team, and they couldn't be more right. A coach and a captain need to gel together, and if they gel together, the team then gels together. And if your team gels together, you've got a kick-ass team. Now, in order for that to happen, you've got to find the right leaders who are leaders, and that goes for coaches as well. If we look at a few examples, Graham Henry, Richie McCaw. Steve Hansen, Richie McCaw. Steve Hansen, Kieran Reid. Jake White, John Smith. And the list goes on. Clive Woodward, Martin Johnson. Again, the list goes on. If we look at the Irish captain and coach, phenomenal combinations, and hence why at the time, or why they are improving, because the leaders are great. Now this is where another weakness for South Africa is. I am not a big fan of Alistair Coetzee. Yes, he's done some good things, but he's also done some bad things. And what? Not bad things, just wrong things. I don't think he's a strong enough coach for the Springbok team. I think he's a bit weak. I think he's a bit soft. And when I say soft, I mean he can be easily dominated because he's such a nice person. When a team is playing bad or have lost by a hectic margin, you can't say there were lots of positives, because there might have been one or two in the first 20 minutes. But then we lost it. Lost focus, lost momentum. All Blacks ran over us. That's not a positive. So for me as a coach, if I was in his shoes, I'd look at my drawing board and I'd wipe it clean and start with new tactics for the team. A new start, and move forward from there. Test things out of it, and try new tactics in order to make this team better. We beat France, and then we beat Argentina. We didn't beat them convincingly. When we look at the Springbok team, you wouldn't say, oh, they're ready for the All Blacks, because they are not. And the proof was in the pudding last weekend. Australia we drew to. We had opportunities, we didn't capitalise. They had opportunities and they didn't capitalise either. So either way, we could have either lost that game as well. So for a coaching point and for a captain, they needed gel. And for me, again, Ibn Etzebeth, I don't see that man as a great captain. I see him as a phenomenal rugby player, but I don't see him as a captain. If I'm not wrong, how many of you guys have seen the aggression that Etzebeth has, that passion of fire that we all know him for, that intimidation is when he's in a tackle, when he's got someone by the jersey and his eyes go as red as the Undertaker from WWE, sorry, as white as the Undertaker. I haven't seen that, and I know what he's doing. He's trying to be good, disciplined and all that stuff, but it was that fire that made that man a force to be reckoned with, and we don't see that anymore. Now, Warren Whiteley, on the other hand, is a phenomenal captain, and it's sad that we have lost him until after the championship due to injury, because he is a great leader, and I think he could have built this team together. He would have taken control, he would have done things his way, and the proof again is in the Lions. That team 3 years ago was one of the worst South African rugby teams. They were contesting with the Kings for a spot in Super Rugby. Now they're on top of Super Rugby. Yes, they didn't win, but they were on top of the log. They're the best South African team. And it's because of a great coach and a great captain gelling together and making the team feel better for themselves, because they know they're in good hands within their leaders. New Zealand, another example. Now with Australia, I don't know them too well. Checker I see as an arrogant guy. When I look at him, I see him as a bully. Why I say bully is because of his reactions when things happen. He swears quickly. Kagiso Rabada, South African fast bowler, was banned on TV, was banned from playing cricket for a test match because he said the F word. In this championship, I think I've seen Checker say that word at least 4 times. So to me, that already doesn't give me a motivation as to if he's a good or not coach. Australian subscribers, let me know what you guys think, because you know him better, just as like I know Alistair, and you guys in New Zealand knows Steve Anson. What is your guys' opinion of him? Is he arrogant? Is he that kind of way? He's obviously had his successes with the Waratahs and Australia in the past, but they're obviously going through a patch. Now, is that anger what's letting them down? Yes, they're coming up, but they're still not the Australian team we know from the days of George Gregan, Matthew Burke, Stephen Larkham, all those guys. There's a lot of work to be done, and the same goes for South Africa, which is why we're in a rebuilding phase. We've got a young team, and they are developing and growing. But once we got a captain, a proper captain back, I think the team will develop better, because the right leader. We still have the problem with the right coach. If Coetzee can maybe shake things up a bit in the next 2 games, then maybe we could see some hope. But at this rate, I don't have much faith in him. I would rather have Johan Ackerman, Nick Mallet, someone from overseas, or any other coach within South Africa's provincial level. Give them a go. Alistair Coetzee didn't do wonders with the Stormers in Western Province. Yes, he got to finals, but he didn't win trophies. Yes, he won Currie Cup, but again, we need someone who's contending for the Super Rugby. Johan Ackerman. Nick Mallet knows so much rugby. To me, he's a good coach because he's disciplined, he's strict, but I think and he's got the coaching brain. Rassie Erasmus, another good example. And I'm sure New Zealand have a lot of coaches within their provincial things, but the beauty of it, they don't need them because they've got a phenomenal coach and a phenomenal captain. At the moment, Australia's also got some great coaches. Ewan McKenzie and all those other guys, phenomenal. England, all the European coaches are phenomenal. Ireland coach, great guy. Gatland, all those guys for Wales and the Lions, phenomenal coaches. And that is why those teams are making a stand and making a difference, is because of the leadership. The leadership is what drives a team in order to get their success. If you don't have the right leader, then you're going to fail. Look at countries. If you don't have the right leader, your country is going to fail. And the same goes for sport. So that's my thoughts. Guys, share with me in the comments or what your guys' thoughts are. What's your opinions of the various coaches? Who are your best coach and captain combination? Go from olden days to now. For me, I like John Smith and Jake White. I think they worked very well together. They were a good combination. They got along well personally, and through that, I think it reflected in our team. Hence why we won the World Cup in 2007 and a few Tri-Nations with Jake as well. So, moral of the story, if you have a good captain and you have a good coach and they gel, you have a world-winning team. Let me know your thoughts down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that thumbs up button. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and continue this journey with me so you can not miss future uploads, be it rugby championship or cricket or whatever sporting videos that come to mind at the time, as well as motivational videos. Stay tuned, hit the subscribe, hit the like, and I'll see you guys soon for another video. Stay safe and never give up. Cheers.